I am going to attempt to survive 100 days stranded on a deserted island with limited resources, no food, and a tiny amount of space. What builds and overpowered farms will I be able to create? Well, it's time to find out, because it's day 1 and we are completely stranded in the middle of the ocean. For now though, let's chop down our only tree and hope we get a sapling. Come on. Yes! Okay, let's plant these down so we can grow even more trees. Also, we should probably make ourselves a crafting table so we can make some basic tools. And also, because we're gonna get hungry, let's see if we can get some seeds from these grass, just like this, so that we can make a food farm. Now, growing wheat for bread is gonna take absolutely ages. So later on, we'll definitely have to find a better food source. Anyway, though, let's start digging underground so we can upgrade our wooden tools to stone. Now, while I'm mining, these are some of the goals I want to get done in the next 100 days. I want to transform our island by not only making it look amazing, but also filling it with automatic farms. I also want to become super overpowered with full netherite tools and armor. And finally, I want to defeat the ender dragon and the wither to obtain the elytra and a beacon. Anyway, though, we have a bunch of cobblestone, so let's upgrade our tools. All right, now that we have these, we won't be needing our wooden tools anymore. All right, let's head back underground to see if we can find some valuables like iron, coal, and maybe even some diamonds. All right, let's go. We have found our first pieces of iron on this deserted island. So let's grab all of this. All right, 6 pieces, not bad. Now, because I wanted even more iron and other ores, I continued mining as much as I could. All right, let's mine these last few pieces of iron. And now we are at a total of 40 iron and 44 coal, which is pretty good for now, so let's head back to the surface and let's craft ourselves some furnaces just like this. We'll go ahead and get these down so we can start smelting everything, so we'll put half the iron in here and half in here. Okay, everything is now smelted, so let's use it to make a full set of iron armor and a full set of iron tools. And just like that, I'm now starting to feel a little bit safer on this island. Although something that would make me feel a little bit more safer is, of course, a shield, so let's craft one. Now, at this point, I would love to continue mining down in the caves, but the only thing is, if I take damage down there, I won't be able to heal up because we literally have no food. And well, our wheat farm it's literally useless right now. So I have a genius idea. And well, that idea is to get ourselves a fishing rod so we can go fishing for food. But the thing is, to make a fishing rod, we need string. So we're going to have to be super careful and try and find ourselves a spider. And well, when we take it out, it should drop enough string for a fishing rod. So let's hope we get lucky and find a cave. We are literally at deep slate level and we have not found anything. How is this even possible? Okay, wait. We found a cave. Now, for some reason, there is tons of redstone in here, but we are not looking for that. We need to find some spiders. Okay, there's a skeleton. We do not want you. Oh, no, this is why we make a shield. Uh-oh, and there's a creeper. Oh, okay, let's take you out. And now let's move down further in the cave. We do have an amethyst geode here, and we have even more iron. But why is everything spawning except spiders? You've got to be kidding me! Okay, there has to be at least one spider in here. There is just no way, right? Wait, bruh. How have we already found diamonds before a spider? You've got to be kidding me. Okay, we will take it though, although it is just 1 diamond. Yep, it's a 1 vein. Oh wait, no it isn't. It's a 2 vein. Let's go. All right, we will take that. Ooh, wait, I think we found a mine shaft. Now, if my calculations are correct, yes, we can actually get string from the cobwebs in this mine shaft. All right, it looks like we don't have to go and find spiders. Let's go. Okay, we have enough string for a fishing rod, but before we leave, we should probably see if there's any chests in this mine shaft. Oh, wait, we do have a mob spawner, though, and it's a zombie spawner. Okay, we can maybe turn this thing to an XP farm later. But for now, I do not have any torches to put on this thing so zombies stop spawning, so we should probably just run past this thing. Anyway, though, there has to be at least 1 chest in here, right? Apparently not. Oh, wait, there's another mob spawner, though. Anything in these chests? And, okay, a golden apple and some wheat. And you know what? We'll take the bucket as well. Okay, I think we've got everything from in here, so let's go back to the surface because, yeah, we really need some fish for food. Okay, our island is right there. But as you can see, making our way up to the surface, I took a little bit of damage and, yeah, we are on 1.5 hearts. So let's actually use these bones to make bone meal, and then we will bone meal up some of this wheat, which means we can not only plant more wheat seeds, but I can now make 2 more slices of bread. But after we eat this piece, we have no food again. So let's finally craft ourselves this fishing rod and get to fishing for some food so we can finally actually have a food source. But wait a second, I've just realized something. I don't just want to fish on the side of my island. I think we should make an actual fishing docks, just so that when we're fishing in style. So let's start by spending the next few days chopping down a ton of trees so we can construct ourselves a fishing dock. All right, we've been chopping trees for quite some time, and this is all of the oak logs that we've got, which is definitely going to be enough to make this fishing docks. So let's craft some extra things we're going to need to make this docks, like some fences and of course some trap doors. Now I think the perfect building spawning location for this is going to be over here. So let's move this sugarcane out the way. We'll put all of it here for now. So I guess at this point, let's get to work. Now, not only do I want the fishing docks area to have a place to be able to fish, but I also want to include a small storage area so that we have a place to store everything that we fish. And I even want a place to be able to put some boats. So we'll make sure to go through and add all of this. And we'll even add some small details like lanterns and barrels to make this place look even cooler. Okay, the fishing docks is now fully constructed and it looks pretty good if I do say so myself. We have a boat area over here, a storage area over here with a crafting table so we can put all of our fish in here. And then of course we have the fishing area itself. Now talking of the fishing area, I think it is a perfect time to start fishing because we seriously need some food. So I guess let's just sit here until we get enough fish. Now imagine the first thing we get is a mending book. Oh, okay, it's just raw cod. Anyway, though, let's just keep on fishing for the next few days. So, as you can see, this is everything we got from fishing, and we actually got 2 enchanted bows. This one's quite good, but more importantly, we got all of this food. So, let's throw it inside the furnaces to cook. And now, while we wait for this food to cook, it is turning to nighttime, and I have a feeling phantoms are going to start spawning, which will just be super annoying. So, we need to get a bed so we can skip the nighttime and sleep. Now, luckily for us, I have a genius idea of how we can get a bed. And this idea is to head back down into the mine shaft that we were at earlier and grab some string, just like this. And now what we can do with all of this string is combine it together to make wool, and boom, we have a bed. So let's head up to the surface and sleep. Alright, now it's the next morning. There is something we need to do. And wow, that thing is to tidy up our island. Because as you can see right now, we have our chest, crafting table, and furnace area literally in the middle of our island. And wow, we just have a random bed placed down. Yeah, we need to tidy things up. And well, to do this, not only am I going to expand our island, but I think now is the perfect time for us to build a house. And well, of course, in our house, we can put things like a smelting area and even a storage room. But as I said, we need to expand our island if we want to fit this house. So let's spend a bunch of time underwater gathering tons of dirt. A lot of stone and iron shovels later, and this is the amount of dirt that we have got for this island extension. Yeah, it might be a little bit too much, but it's fine because this extension is going to be quite big. I mean, we're definitely going to be doing a ton of expanding in this 100 days, but for now, the only bit that we need to expand is enough for our house. So I'm thinking we kind of expand it backwards over here. So let's grab our dirt and start marking out where we want this expansion to go. Now we'll go all across the front of the island just like this, and then we'll go all around the side here. And we also need to make sure that we're placing dirt under this dirt just to actually make it look realistic. You know, we don't want this island to look like it's floating on the water, so we'll make sure to add all of this here. And now, as you can see, it's kind of coming together. We now just have to go around the entire thing. Okay, we have a bit of a problem. Our wheat farm and our sugarcane farm is kind of blocking where we need to build. So you know what? Let's just pick all of this up. Now, we'll find somewhere better for it to go later. For now, we just need this space. Okay, I'm kind of liking the shape that we have so far. So let's just continue expanding our island with dirt. Okay, we are done building our first extension onto our island, and this should be more than enough space to build our first house. Now, luckily for us, we have some materials left over from when we were collecting materials for the fishing docks. So we should be able to build our house with all of these oak logs. Although I'm going to plant some extra saplings in case we need extra wood. And I'm even going to quickly grab some sand as well, just because we're of course going to need windows for our house. So let's grab all of this sand so that we can smelt it. And now we can get to work building our house. Now we'll start the front of our house right here. And the way that I want to build this house is have a small platform here that we walk up to, and then we'll be able to walk into our front door. So let's start by building this platform here, just like this. And then to get onto this platform, we'll put some stairs here. And now these stairs will lead us up here, and our front door will go about there. Then of course here will be the front of our house, just like this. And for this front area, we'll surround it with oak fences. Now let's grab our glass so we can turn it into glass panes, and we'll put a window here. And now let's build up to complete the front of our house. And if we do something like this, you should start to see it coming together. Okay, now I feel like we should kind of outline the rest of the house just so it's easy to build. So let's just outline all the way around just like this with some planks, and boom. Okay, so now we have the front of the house complete and we have an outline. Let's just get to work building the rest of the house up from here. And now I want quite a lot of things in this house, like storage, a crafting table, furnace area, and much more. So we need it to be quite big. All right, our house is now done, and it looks pretty good if I do say so myself. Now, although the house is finished, I do feel like it's missing something. And you know what? That thing is some leaves. So let's make some shears so we can grab an absolute ton of oak leaves. And now let's head up onto the roof of our house, and let's just start placing an absolute bunch, because I feel like this is just going to make it look so much better. Now we'll have them coming all the way off the sides like this. And you know what? It's already looking better. And now let's head to the other side of the roof and repeat the same thing. And And there we go. So now if we head back here and look at our house, yeah, the leaves make it look so much better. Now with the leaves in place, another thing I really need to do is to make some torches to light up our island so mobs stop spawning. Okay, this should make our island just a little bit safer. So now let's next up move all of this stuff into our house. So we'll grab our furnaces and our crafting table. We'll also take our bed. And now let's go in our house and see how we want to decorate this place. So what I'm thinking we do is put our furnaces here with a crafting table. And then for this section here, we will make ourselves a smithing table. And we'll even craft some more furnaces to place here as well. All right, so this is this section all done. And now just to keep things simple, we'll put our bed here. And let's not forget to light this place up. And of course, the last thing that we need to move in is our chests. So let's break them. This is going to make all of our stuff go everywhere. And yeah. Anyway, though, I don't know where I want to put the chests. In fact, I think we're definitely going to need more chests. So we'll craft some just like this. Do we just like maybe put them along this wall here? Okay, you know what? This is actually not that bad. And then we can pretty much do the same thing on the opposite wall. And then we'll use logs like this to section the storage areas off. And we'll even make some oak stairs to put along the top. Okay, I feel like this looks way better. So we have all of our storage here, all of our workspace stuff over here. Now I've just remembered we need to quickly store all of this stuff because we have so much stuff out here. Okay, let's pick all of this up and then let's transfer it. Okay, I feel like for now our house is done. Now, seeing as we're only early on in this 100 days, our island is already looking really good, but we still have a long way to go in this 100 days. So with that being said, let's move on to the next thing that we need to work on, and that is to get better gear. Because right now with all of our iron armor and tools, we could easily die. So let's start digging straight down to try and find as many diamonds as we can. Because I want to upgrade all of our iron armor and tools to fully enchanted diamond gear. And then later in the 100 days, we can obviously upgrade that to netherite. But for now, let's just head underground, hopefully get lucky finding a giant cave. Oh my goodness! No, oh my goodness, I just misplaced my water bucket and we went down to 2 hearts. We are so lucky that we are still alive. What the? Anyway, though, we have found a cave and it looks pretty big, which means we should hopefully find a ton of diamonds. Now, it's already looking like there is some valuables in here. I mean, we have some redstone, some iron, and even gold. We also have a ton of mobs. Get out of here, guys. Now, you can never have too much iron, so we'll make sure to grab some of this. And yes, we found our first diamonds. And look at this cave. This is huge. Oh my, look how big this thing is. It goes all the way down here. And look at the amount of diamonds there are. There's literally a vein there, a vein here. Okay, we might get enough for full diamond tools and armor literally just from this one cave. That is pretty crazy. Okay, here we go. Right, so this is a 2 vein, I'm pretty sure. Okay, that's not bad. Now all we have to do is just go and mine all of the other veins. So let's quickly go through this cave and mine up the rest of the diamonds that we can see. So far from just this cave, we have managed to get ourselves 36 diamonds, which I'm pretty sure is more than enough to be able to make full diamond tools and armor, but we are not done in the caves yet. Because, well, if we're going to be enchanting soon, we should probably get a bunch of lapis. So let's grab some of this. And would you look at that? There's even more diamonds over here. And wait a second, why is there just so much iron here? We got so lucky with this cave. It is just filled with stuff. Anyway, though, something that I really want to do now is actually use some of our diamonds to make a diamond pickaxe. And well, the reason for this is because seeing as we're already underground, we should probably just get some obsidian now. So that way we don't have to come back down here when it's time to get obsidian for the enchantment table and also a nether portal later. So let's look around this cave and see if we can try and find some obsidian. Also, I've just realized that I've been running past gold every time I see it, thinking that I don't need it. But then I remembered that you actually need gold to make netherite. And well, seeing as I want to get a full set of netherite tools and armor later on, I should probably be mining more gold. Anyway, though, I found this small bit of lava here, so if we put our water bucket on top, we can turn all of it to obsidian. And, oh, there's even more diamonds here as well. You know what? I'll take them. So yeah, let's mine some obsidian. We of course need enough for an enchantment table and also a nether portal. So let's just collect up a bunch. All right, so we're at 29 pieces of obsidian, which I think is more than enough. So before we leave this cave, let's try and mine a few ores because although we have all of the diamonds that we need, I still want some more iron and gold. So yeah, before we head up to the surface, let's just grab a few more valuables. Okay, I think now is the perfect time to head up to the surface because if we look at our inventory, this is all of the stuff that we got from mining. In total, we have 49 diamonds, almost a stack of iron, tons of gold, and of course all of the obsidian that we need. So at this point, there's nothing else really that we need down in the caves. So let's head back to the surface. And now that we're here, the first thing that we have to do before we do anything else is just quickly organize our inventory because there is just so much stuff in here. Okay, that's looking a little bit better. The next thing we'll do is smelt all of our iron and our gold. And finally, the next thing we can do is craft ourselves a full set of diamond armor and tools. All right, take a look at that. Not only do we have ourselves a full set of diamond armor, but also a full set of diamond tools. tools. And wait, I've just realized I made another diamond pickaxe. I guess it doesn't really matter because we have a lot of diamonds spare, but how did I forget we already had one? Anyway, though, we're actually going to take off this diamond armor for now because, well, when I use all of our diamond stuff, I want it to be fully enchanted. So let's put all of this in a chest and work on getting ourselves a full level enchantment table. Now, to make a full level enchantment table, we of course need bookshelves. And, well, we did get some sugarcane on our island earlier. So getting paper for the books is actually going to be pretty easy because we can just grow all of this here. But now this is where things get a little bit difficult because, of course, another thing that we need for the enchantment table and, of course, the bookshelves is leather. And, well, if we look on our island, yeah, there is no cows. But luckily for us, I have a genius idea of how we can get leather. And, well, the idea that I have is to head into the nether and get leather from the hoglins and also trading from piglins. Now, we will build an actual nether portal area later, but for now, this is going to have to do. So let's make ourselves a flint and steel and let's light up the portal. But quickly before we head inside, I've just realized something. If we want to trade with the piglins, we should probably grab ourselves all of our gold. Okay, perfect. Now we can head in the nether. Alright, here we go, and the spawn is not looking too bad, I don't think. And yes, I'm already seeing hoglins. Now, I'm pretty sure these guys drop leather, but I guess let's just find out. Come on, buddy, please leave us alone. And wait, did it drop leather? Yes, it did. Okay, so that is one way to get leather, and then, of course, the other way is trading with these guys. So let's drop them some gold, and now let's head down, and quickly while they're trading, let's try and trap them. Okay, perfect. Alright, let's give them all of our gold, and hope that we get lucky with leather. Okay, so far, I'm seeing ender pearls. Anything else? Oh, leather. There we go. Wait, how much does it drop at once? Okay, let's see. Let's pick up the leather, and we have one on us right now. So if we pick this up, it goes to 3. Okay, so it drops 2 leather at a time, I'm pretty sure. Okay, that's actually pretty good. But we're definitely going to need more gold, right? I guess let's just wait it out for now and see if they drop any more leather. Okay, so they're done trading with all of the gold. That's the reason they're attacking me. So now that I don't need you guys to trade, I'm going to take you out. See you later, buddy. And how much leather did we get in total? Okay, 11 pieces. That is not enough. Because I'm pretty sure the amount that we actually need is around 45 pieces. And well, honestly, out of both of the ways that we've got leather so far, I just feel like killing hoglins is going to be the best way. So let's try and find a crimson forest because there is tons of hoglins in those. Okay, here we go. We have found a giant crimson forest biome. So let's head down and let's start looking for hoglins. Oh, I found some over there. Wait, there's a baby one here. Do they drop leather as well? I feel really bad, but we need to find out. Okay, and yeah, no leather. I'm sorry. Anyway, though, this may take a while, but let's just keep on taking out hoglins until we have enough leather. And oh my goodness, there are so many mobs. No, 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 no. Go, go, go. Oh my goodness. 3 hearts. Run, 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 run. Oh, wow, that is a lot of mobs. Okay, let's just get on top of these trees. Go, go, go. Oh, we're not dead. Okay, we're almost back at full health. So let's try this again. Okay, we are now done taking out hoglins and we have 52 pieces of leather. And we also have almost 2 stacks of raw pork chops. Yeah, we're going to be good for food for a while. Anyway, though, let's head back to our house with all of this leather because it is now time to work on getting a bunch of sugarcane for all of the bookshelves. Now, we are going to need a bunch of paper to be able to make all of these bookshelves. So let's keep on farming up the sugarcane as much as we can. All right, let's farm up this last piece of sugarcane and we now have almost 5 stacks of sugarcane, which I'm pretty sure is more than enough. So let's head over to our crafting table and start by making all of the paper just like this, and then we can combine the paper with the leather to make books, and then if we make a ton of planks, we can put the books like this and then the wood like this, and that gives us 17 bookshelves. And I'm pretty sure you only need 15 bookshelves for a full level enchantment table. So now that we have these, it would probably be a good idea to actually make the enchantment table. So let's put the book here with the diamonds there, and boom. Now we will make a full enchanting area later, but for now I feel like we should just put the enchantment table here temporarily, just so that we can enchant our tools. So let's put all of the bookshelves down and let's start by enchanting our pickaxe. Oh, wait a minute. We don't even have enough XP for 1 max level enchant. Yeah, we should probably fix this. Now, the only way I can think of getting a lot of XP really quickly is by making a mob XP farm. Now, to make a really efficient mob XP farm, we have to build this thing above water. And luckily for us, we have an entire ocean around us. And now, because an XP farm is super ugly, I feel like we should build it all the way out there in the ocean. But to actually build this farm, we're going to need to craft some extra things like some chests, some hoppers, trapdoors, oak slabs, and finally some buckets. All right, and now that we have everything, let's head out into the ocean. I think over here should be good. So let's build up and get to work on this XP farm. Now the first thing that we have to do is head up into the sky 117 blocks. So let's build all the way up. And now that we're here, let's make ourselves a small platform just like this. And now let's build the area that the mobs will fall down into. So we'll do something like this and put some chests here so all of the mob drops can go in there. And just to make sure that we do get all of the mob drops, we'll connect some hoppers to this chest, and then we'll place some slabs on top of the hoppers and surround all of this. And then, of course, we need a gap to hit all of the mobs, so we will do something like that. All right, so here's where all the mobs will fall down into. So now all we have to do is build the area which the mobs will spawn in. So let's build a tube all the way up to a giant room where all of the mobs will spawn in, just like this. Okay, at this point, the farm is pretty much done. I just have to put some torches on the roof so no mobs spawn up here. And finally, we'll head inside the farm and we will make ourselves an infinite water source, just like this. And now we have to put water in all of these gaps, just so that when all of the mobs spawn, they drop down here and the water will push them all the way down there. Alright, we are now finished. So let's get out of the farm and let's go and test this thing out. And wait a minute, there is so many mobs on that platform. Okay, it turns out before we test out this farm, let's head back to our island and sleep first. Oh, and also another thing we need to do so we can actually get back up to the farm, we need to make ourselves some ladders. So let's quickly do this and boom. Alright, now let's sleep. Alright, it's a new day, so let's go and test out this mob XP farm. So let's start heading all the way up to it. Now, this may take a while to place down all of these ladders, but it needs to be done. I'm also hoping that when we get up there is no mobs on that platform. And is there any mobs on there? Okay, I don't think so. We're safe. Now, to make sure no mobs do spawn here, I think we should put some torches just like this. Okay, now let's get our sword out and hope that this farm works. Come on. Why is there nothing spawning yet? Hello? Mob farm? Did I build this thing right? Literally nothing is spawning. Okay, wait. Maybe I'm being Oh! I was about to say maybe I'm being impatient, but it seems like a creeper has already dropped down. Okay, it's only one creeper though, so let's give it a little bit more time and see if we can get anything else. All right, take a look at that. We have got mobs in our XP farm. So it turns out this thing does work. So let's take all of these guys out and start getting some XP. In fact, we're going to need quite a lot of levels to enchant. So you know what? Let's just spend some time grinding this XP farm until we have enough XP to enchant all of our diamond armor and tools. All right, the XP farm has been working really, really well because as you can see, we are now at level 53. Now, I'm hoping this is going to be enough to enchant everything, but I guess there is only one way to find out. And wow, that is of course to go and enchant everything. So let's head all the way over to our island. And wait, what? There's animals on our island. How is that even possible? Wait, since when could animals spawn in an ocean? I am so confused. I mean, we will take this. We will make like a barn for these animals later, but wait, guys, welcome to the island. Anyway, though, let's head over here to our chest where we have all of our diamond gear and let's get to enchanting everything. Now, the thing that I want to have the best enchants is of course our pickaxe. So I feel like we should enchant that first. Come on, please be Fortune 3, Unbreaking 3, and Efficiency 4. And okay, it's just Fortune 3. All right, we'll unenchant that in a second because right now we don't have a grindstone to unenchant. So let's go and make one. And well, to make one, we have to smelt some cobblestone. So let's do that. And now we can take this stone and I'm pretty sure we do something like this. And then wait, oh, hold on. We need to turn the stone into slabs and then we put this here like that and oh, maybe it's like this. Oh, okay, there we go. All right, now let's take this grindstone and we will put it here for now. Anyway, though, let's re-enchant our pickaxe. Come on. And oh, okay. It's not Fortune 3, but it's Fortune 2, Efficiency 4, and Unbreaking 3. We will take that for now. Next up, let's do our sword. Sharpness 3, that is not good at all. Let's just go ahead and redo that. Oh, Sharpness 4, this could be good. I feel like we should just take Sharpness 4 for now. Maybe we can re-enchant this later. Let's now do both of our tools like this. Okay, we have Silk Touch Unbreaking on our shovel, and we have Efficiency 4 on our axe. Now, for a shovel, I feel like it's really important to have Efficiency 4, so we're going to re-enchant that. And our axe definitely needs Unbreaking 3, so we will also re-enchant that as well. Okay, let's see what we get. Oh, okay, that's not good. What about our shovel? Having just Efficiency 4 on our shovel means it's going to break super easy. We definitely need Unbreaking on that. So let's retry. Oh my goodness, we're just getting so unlucky with these enchants. You know what? We will re-enchant both of these, but right now we are back down to level 27, which means we need to get more XP from our XP farm. So let's do it. Okay, we have made it to level 46, so we should be able to do even more enchants. So let's see what we can now get on our axe and shovel. So our axe, okay, that is perfect. What about our shovel? Okay, wait, we need to re-enchant this again. Come on, give us something good. No, we need Unbreaking on it as well. We have a lot of terraforming to do on our island, so we just need Unbreaking and Efficiency. Okay, that is perfect. All right, let's go. Now we can just go ahead and enchant all of our armor, but wait, we do need a little bit more XP. Okay, 39 XP levels should be enough to enchant all of our armor. So let's do it. Let's go ahead and just enchant level 30 all of our armor. Okay, so these are all of the enchants that we got. Protection 4 on our helmet and some good enchants on everything else. So let's now craft ourselves an armor stand just like this, so we can put all of our iron armor on it, because it is of course time to upgrade to our fully enchanted diamond armor. Take a look at that. Not only do we have the fully enchanted diamond armor, but we also have all of the tools. Anyway, though, at this point, I think it is very obvious what we need to do. Not only do we need to actually build an area for our enchantment table area, but we definitely definitely need to build some sort of barn for all of these animals because we can't have them just walking around this island. I need to keep these guys safe. But another thing we definitely need to do is even make ourselves a nether portal area. So yeah, we definitely need to build a space for everything. Now, luckily for us, getting all of the materials that we need for an island expansion should be pretty easy, seeing as we now have all of our new tools. Now, the main materials that we are going to need for an island expansion is, of course, dirt. But for building actual buildings like an enchantment table area and a barn, we are also going to need some wood. So just for now, we'll make a temporary tree farm here with some extra saplings here to get wood. And while we wait for all of these trees to grow, let's head back under the water to start grabbing dirt for an island extension. So let's do it. Let's spend a bunch of time not only getting dirt for this expansion, but also getting a ton of oak logs just in case we need them for builds. All right, after a few days of collecting materials, this is everything we were able to get. So we have around about 2 double chests filled with dirt, and I also collected all of these oak logs. So for now though, I think we should grab some dirt because we have a lot of work to do. I mean, I don't even know where to start. This expansion is going to be huge. Now, I think I should tell you guys my plan before I build it. So what I'm thinking we do is we have a bridge over here that will connect to another island over here. And then on that island, we can have builds like our barn. And then once we have this island over here, behind this island that we have here built, over here at the back of our island, I actually want to build upwards and build an extension going out this way that we can build things like our nether portal area on. And in the future, I definitely want to build a lighthouse and even a volcano. So I guess let's just make a start and see what we can do. So let's expand over here. Now we'll break all of this dirt. Now we'll make this island that I'm building here around about the same size as the one that we have over there. So let's kind of copy the shape. And there we go. Okay, so the outline for this island is all done. And I feel like this is a pretty good size. We could definitely fit a barn on here and way more builds. Now at this point, seeing as the outline for this island is already done, let's just continue going through placing dirt and terraforming this thing until it's finished. All right, this is what the island extension is looking like so far. And this is definitely going to be big enough to fit a few builds on like a barn and whatever else we decide to build on here. I also decided to go and get some sand, and I've just kind of put it on the sides of the island here because, as I mentioned earlier, I want a waterfall leading all the way through the middle of these islands. So I just think having sand here just makes it look way better. And also, this isn't actually a bridge to get over to this island. The only reason this is here is so that all of this grass can actually grow onto the dirt, so we can turn all of the dirt on this island into grass. Because right now, it just looks like a pile of dirt. But now the next thing that I want to do is continue expanding our island, because another thing I mentioned earlier is how I want to actually build upwards behind this island. So let's get to work doing that. Now, we're actually going to get some stone, because if the island is going to go to maybe like this high, I want the top layer to obviously be grass, but I kind of want to put stone here where the wood is. Kind of like this, because I think it will look really cool. So let's remove all of these temporary blocks, and let's go and grab ourselves a bunch of stone. So let's spend a bunch of time grabbing a bunch of cobblestone, just like this. And now we will smelt all of it so it turns into stone. And now that the stone has all finally smelted, let's take it out of the furnaces. Let's also not forget to keep on smelting even more stone because we're definitely going to need it. But for now, let's continue with this island extension. So let's start placing down stone just like this. And now we are definitely going to need to do a little bit of terraforming here to make sure it all blends in and actually looks realistic. And then let's go all the way down here just like this. And then let's start going around here. So we will do what I've been doing this entire time, and we'll just start by outlining everything first. But we need to build all of this up a few layers of stone because obviously this part of the island is going to be higher up. Now I think maybe we should go 3 blocks high with stone like this. We don't want to bring this too high up, but I'm thinking we do something like this. And let's see how that looks. Okay, this is actually looking pretty good. And now what we need to do on the top is obviously place down dirt. But if we look over at that island, look how slowly the grass is growing. Yeah, this is just going to take ages. So let's just kind of blend this in as well. There we go. And okay, it's actually looking pretty good if I do say so myself. Let's now just use the stone to quickly make an outline for this island. So let's connect this side like that. And I think this should be big enough. Maybe we go a little bit more over this way. I've also just realized we are running out of stone. We need to go get some more. Luckily, we have some in the furnaces smelting. So let's head back up here. And now let's just adjust the outline a little bit so we have a tiny bit more space up here. Okay, I've just done some quick adjusting, and I think this is a bit of a better size for this island up here. Now, we have a lot of terraforming to do because right now this just looks really, really weird. But I guess I've just got to trust the process and get to work placing blocks. So let's do it. Let's start by terraforming a waterfall in between the 2 islands just like this. And then moving on, let's build the island itself. We'll go around the edges with stone terraforming. And then finally, we'll place a bunch of dirt on top to finish off the island. Alright, so this is how it is looking. As you can see, we have some stone here because obviously the island elevates up to here. And now, although this looks really plain, once we get some builds on it and we bone meal the grass and maybe even build some wheat farms around the edges of the island, this is going to look amazing. Now, talking about putting some buildings on these islands, let's go ahead and collect the resources that we need to build not only a nether portal area, but also a barn over there. Now, to build the barn, we only need oak logs, which we already have a bunch of from earlier. But for the nether portal area, we need to get some blocks from the nether. And now the block that I'm looking for is nether bricks, which we can find at a fortress. But the only thing is, I don't know where a fortress is, so let's go ahead and try and find one. Okay, so I've been running for a little while and I can't find a fortress, but something I have found is this. Now, this is a dried ghast, so let's go ahead and pick it up, which means if we grow this thing back in the overworld, we can actually get ourselves a happy ghast. So we will definitely do that when we get back, but for now, let's just continue our search for a fortress. There's got to be one around here somewhere. And yes, let's go. We have found a fortress, and oh my, this one looks absolutely huge. So let's head over to it and start gathering all of the blocks we need for a nether portal area. And as I said, the only thing that we really need is this, nether bricks. So let's just get to work mining as many as we can. Now, the build isn't going to be that big, so we don't have to get too much. And I guess since we are here, we might as well go in the fortress and see what's inside. Now, obviously, we will have to come back here later to get blaze rods for the Eyes of Ender when we fight the Ender Dragon, but we'll worry about that later. But now I just want to see if there's any chests in here. All right, no chests, but we have found some nether warts. And I'm pretty sure with nether warts, you can combine it with nether bricks to get red nether bricks. So we might even use that for the nether portal build as well. Anyway, though, we have found ourselves a chest. It has, diamond horse armor. We will take that and some gold and another chest here with, some diamonds. All right, now that we've looted these chests, I think it would just be a good idea to head home and start building everything. Now, to start, the first thing we'll construct is our barn area. So let's go through with all of our oak wood building this up, and let's even put some oak trees and some wheat around this part of the island just to make things look a little bit better. Moving on, we'll head up to the top of our island to construct ourselves a nether portal area. Now we'll use the nether bricks that we got earlier, and we'll even mix in some red nether bricks as well. Okay, so the barn and nether portal area is now fully constructed, but I've just realized I forgot to build a place for the enchantment table. Now, I feel like this area right here is kind of plain, so I think we should do a small extension onto our house with the enchantment table here. So let's pick up our enchantment table and grindstone with all of the bookshelves. We'll place the bookshelves here like this. Then we'll put our enchantment table down with our grindstone. And then to make this look like it's actually part of our house, we'll go ahead and put some fences down here. And then using slabs, we'll just go along from here, connecting all of this to our house. So let's just connect all of these slabs just like this. Now, I feel like this will look better if we actually change all the grass on the floor to planks. So let's try it out and see what it looks like. Okay, that definitely looks a little bit better, but I feel like it's still missing something. Oh, okay, maybe we do something like this. We'll put some logs here and then maybe fill all this in with planks. Okay, that definitely looks better. And what happens if we maybe move the fences over to here and break all of this? And then maybe put some logs down here and strip them like that. And then let's maybe head around the back here and place down a bunch of logs. Okay, that is looking much better. Let's maybe turn all of these to path blocks. And let's put some bone meal around here to make it look a little bit better. And boom. We now have a small extension on our house for an enchantment table. So now that we have all of these builds, there is now one thing that we should definitely do. And that is to build a stone path connecting our builds. And seeing as we're building this path, we should add some decorations around it, like bone mealing the grass, adding more trees, and also planting some more wheat. Okay, our island is starting to look amazing. Now, something I should probably do is actually place down this dried ghast that we found in the nether earlier, so I'm just going to put that there. Although I think when it grows up, I need snowballs to tame it, and of course, there is just no way I'm getting snow in this island, so we're just going to have a random ghast floating around. And another thing I definitely need to do is put animals inside of the barn. So let's try and get all of these animals to follow me. Come on, guys, just this way. All right, let's keep it moving. Please do not fall off the bridge. Okay, there we go, guys. Welcome to your new home. Let's also maybe fence this off so they can't get out. And there we go. We actually have some animals in our barn. Okay, now with all of this done, this is what our island looked like on day one. And this is what it looks like now. Yeah, we have transformed this place pretty good already. Now, moving on, the next thing that we need to do is take out the Ender Dragon. Because not only will we get a bunch of XP when we take out the Ender Dragon, we'll also get our hands on the Elytra. And also, the reason I want to take out the Ender Dragon now, because if you remember earlier, one of my goals was to not only take out the Ender Dragon, but also the Wither. Now, to fight the Ender Dragon, we of course need to head into the Nether, because we need to get our hands on Ender Pearls and also Blaze Rods. Because if we combine these items together, we get ourselves Eyes of Ender, which we need to activate the End Portal. Now, we'll first start by getting the Eyes of Ender, so let's head into a warped forest, and that is exactly what we're looking for. Now, we need quite a lot of Ender Pearls, so I'm sorry, Enderman. Okay, we now have ourselves 14 ender pearls, which is more than enough to get into the end portal. So now we just have to head over to a fortress to get our hands on a bunch of blaze rods. All right, we are back at the fortress that we found earlier. So let's head over to that blaze spawner and let's see how many blaze rods we can get. I think we need around about 7 in total. So let's just take out all of these blazes. All right, we only need 1 more blaze rod. So please drop one, guys. Okay, we got it. All right, let's get out of here because it is time to head home. And what are you doing here? Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, let's head back to our house because it is time to battle the Ender Dragon. Now, quickly before we do head into the stronghold and head into the end, I think I should grab some paper and some gunpowder from our mob farm because we should make ourselves some fireworks so that when we do get the elytra in the end, we can fly it back. And also, while I'm here, let's grab a bunch of arrows and let's get some bows so we can combine these together and repair them because we're, of course, going to need a bow for the Ender Dragon fight. And because we do have 32 XP levels, we should probably enchant this thing. Let's see what we get. And literally just Unbreaking 3. That is literally the worst enchant we could have got. I guess it's fine though. Let's just turn our blaze rods into blaze powder and combine them with the ender pearls to make Eyes of Ender. And let's head to the stronghold to find the end portal. Now I got in a boat and continued following the Eyes of Ender until this happened. Okay, the Eye of Ender is telling us that the portal should be down here somewhere. So I guess let's just dig down and see what happens. Imagine we break down straight into the portal room. That would just be crazy. Ooh. Okay, we found ourselves a mine shaft. Yeah, this is not the stronghold. All right, maybe we need to keep digging down or something? Oh, all right, we found the stronghold, and oh, the library is right here. All right, let's see what we get in the chests. Okay, let's open this one and see what we get. Ooh, okay, the eye armor trim. We will definitely take that and put that on our armor later. And then let's see what's in this one. Okay, Aqua Affinity book, knockback 2, anything good? Ooh, okay, this one has power 3, efficiency 3. This is actually a good book, but we don't actually need it. But what we will take is this other eye armor trim. All right, now at this point, let's just try and find this portal. Now, it's gotta be around here somewhere. All right, maybe the portal's in here somewhere. No, maybe down here. Ooh, another chest. Okay, another eye armor trim. We almost have 4, which is the perfect amount to make all of our armor. Oh, we found the portal room. But what I was going to say is that because we have 3 eye armor trims, we can put this armor trim on 3 pieces of our armor. Anyway, though, it's fine because it is now time to head into the portal and fight the Ender Dragon. Now, I'm just going to quickly check we have everything in our inventory that we need. We have our water bucket in case we need to do any water bucket clutches. We have our bow with a bunch of arrows. And that's pretty much all we need. So let's put all of the Eyes of Ender just like this. And let's do this thing. I'm really scared. Okay, here we are. We're in the end. Let's just mine up and get straight to the surface. And the first thing we need to do is take out all of the end crystals. So let's go. Let's try and maybe see if we can hit one right off the start. Come on, that's got to hit, right? Come on. Wait, did that hit? Oh my goodness, I think that actually did. Our accuracy is crazy right now. Anyway, let's try and get the rest of these things. Come on. Anyway, look. Oh no, I accidentally looked at an Enderman. Oh no. Oh wait. Oh my goodness, I looked at 2 of them. No, 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 no. Stay back, stay back, stay back. Bruh, I'm trying to fight the Ender Dragon over here. Oh my goodness. They do so much damage. Oh my goodness, 3 hearts. Come on. Oh my. Okay, 2 hearts. All right, let's try and take out this end crystal. Perfect. Now, the ones that are kind of low down are super easy to take out. And I'm pretty sure if we get the right angle, these should be easy to take out as well. Come on. Yes. Now, at this point, I'm pretty sure the only end crystals left are the ones really high up in the sky. So I think we actually might have to build up to them. Now, this is risky because if the Ender Dragon hits us off, yeah, there is nothing we can do. Anyway, though, let's just build up and be extra careful. I mean, I do have our water bucket. Oh my goodness, it's right there. No, 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 no. Oh my goodness. How are we still alive? I knew that was going to happen. I was literally talking about it. This is so risky, but we just have to do it. Wait, I think the dragon's perched. Okay, we have time. Go, 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 go. We are so high up in the sky right now. All right, let's just do this. Break this end crystal. Is it coming for us? Wait, I think it's coming for us. Why is it circling right here? Please, just hit this last crystal. Come on. Yes, we got it. All right, that's all of them, right? Yep. Now, let's try and land some shots on the Ender Dragon. And now, because our bow literally only has Unbreaking 3 and doesn't have power or anything like that, it might take us a lot of arrows to take out this dragon. Wait, I think it's perching. Okay, let's get in position. All right, we're in the middle. Come on. All right, here we go. Look at the amount of damage our sword does. Oh my goodness, that is crazy. All right, it's at about half health. This should be easy from now on. Back into position we go. And we actually might be able to take it out if it perches for long enough. All right, where's its head? There it is. All right, let's go. Only a few more hits, please. Don't fly away. No, we're so close. We're just going to have to do the rest with the bow. Wait, it's perching again already? All right, this is it. We should be able to take out the Ender Dragon right now. All right, come on. And boom. There we go. We have successfully defeated the Ender Dragon. All right, let's go. Let's grab all of the XP. Oh, wow, this is a lot of XP. What level are we going to get to? All right, level 69. Let's go. And now, of course, let's go ahead and grab the dragon egg just like this. And boom, there we go. Now, the next thing that we need to do is head into the end city to get the elytra. And there is a portal right there. So let's build up to the portal. And now let's head inside to hope we get lucky with an end city. Now, is there an end city literally on spawn? No, there isn't. And wait, can we just take a second to look at where I have spawned? Like, I'm on a floating rock. How am I supposed to get over there? I guess we'll just have to bridge over. All right, we've made it. Now, please say there's an end city close. One thing I hate about looking for an end city is just having to build everywhere to try and find one. Okay, it's not looking good. I am not seeing anything. Come on, there's got to be one around here somewhere, please. All right, we've made it to another island. Is there anything in the distance? Come on. This is going to take forever. There's still nothing. How? All right, that's it. Let's just bridge to this island over there, and then we'll try and get on this island because this island looks huge, and I'm hoping there will be an end city on there. All right, we've made it to this island. Now, we can actually use our ender pearl to get straight on that island, I think, right? Right. Oh, wait, there actually is an end city over there. Wait, is there a ship over there, though? I cannot see an end ship. No. All right, let's ender pearl over like this. Oh, no, that is a risky ender pearl. Please land over there, please. Come on, yes. Oh, yes, finally. There is an end ship. Let's go. Okay, I don't know why, but I had a feeling there would be an end city over on this island. I did not expect to actually find one. Let's go. Okay, I am so happy right now. Now, before we even loot this end city here, let's just go straight for the elytra. Now, it is really high up in the sky, so let's try not to get knocked off our platform. All right, we've made it to the ship, so let's break inside, and let's get ourselves this elytra. Okay, there it is. Let's get rid of this shulker real quick. Come on. Wait, where did it go? You know what? It doesn't even matter. Let's get ourselves the elytra. And of course, let's equip it. Also, while we're here, let's see what's in these chests. And oh my goodness, okay, this is a lot of enchanted diamond stuff. We will take this armor trim though, and let's see if any of this is good. Ooh, okay, mending on the chest plate, we will take that. A silk touch pickaxe, yep, we will definitely take that. And none of this is good. What's in this chest? Another mending fire protection chest plate. Ooh, a shovel with mending. We will definitely take that, and a protection 3 helmet. And now that we've looted this end ship, let's go over to the main end city itself. Let's grab our fireworks, and let's just fly straight over. Now, I feel like it was actually a really smart decision to make these fireworks before we came into the end, because now we can just fly anywhere we want. Now, where are the chests in this thing? Wait, is there no chests in this end city? I don't think there is. Oh, there is. Okay, real quick, let's clear out our inventory space, and let's take out this shulker box. And yes, we got a shulker shell. We just need this shulker to drop one as well. And yes, it did. All right, that's perfect. We now have 2 shulker shells. And also, I think it's a smart idea that we use this silk touch pickaxe that we just got to get this ender chest. All right, perfect. And now let's see what's in this chest. Ooh, okay, some diamonds, and that's really it. Okay, we basically have everything we need. We got the elytra, we got some shulker shells, some really good diamond gear. So at this point, we can kind of leave the end. Actually, wait just a second, I forgot something. We should also probably get the ender dragon head. Okay, now we can go home. We have safely made it back home to our island. So now that we're home, let's start by making ourselves a shulker box, just like this. And let's also grab some quartz, because I think it would be a really cool idea if we were to use some of these armor trims. So let's go ahead and use this chest plate. And which armor trim would look the best? This one or this one? Okay, I kind of prefer the Spire armor trim for our chest plate, so we'll do that. And then for the rest of our armor, let's use the eye armor trim. All right, that is looking way cooler. And now the next thing that I want to do now that we're back on our island is make somewhere to store our dragon egg. And well, what I'm thinking we do is build a lot... Wait, what is that? Oh my goodness, I completely forgot. The happy gas has grown up. Hey, buddy. Wait, do you have to like tame this thing with snowballs? I'm pretty sure, right? We don't have any of those. Okay, just so this thing doesn't run away, let's grab ourselves some string. And I'm pretty sure you can make a lead like this. Oh wait, I think it's like this. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's put a lead on it, and then we'll go ahead and connect it to the front of our house. So hopefully the gas stays on our island. Now, I think we will be able to put a harness on this thing when it grows up. Now, I know I said we need snowballs to tame it, but I don't think the snowballs are for taming it. I think the snowballs just help grow it up faster. So it will grow up into a normal happy ghast soon, but because we don't have snowballs, it's just going to take a lot longer. Now, what I was trying to say before we got interrupted by the happy ghast was that the build that I want to make for our dragon egg is a lighthouse, and the lighthouse will go over at that part of our island. And wait, I've also just realized when the happy ghast grows up, we can actually use it to help build the lighthouse, because we can get on top of it and fly while we build. Anyway, though, let's get to work building this lighthouse. Now, I pretty much have all of the materials we need to build it, except for one main thing. And well, the main block that we're going to need for this lighthouse is white concrete. Now, we have a load of bones that we can use to go ahead and make white dye, just like this. And now all we need is sand and gravel, and we can combine it with this dye to make the white concrete. And well, luckily for us, under the ocean, there is a ton of gravel. So let's spend the next few days underwater gathering as many of these blocks as we can. We'll start with the gravel, and then we'll gather all of the sand. Okay, here is all of the gravel and sand, and now we should be able to craft a bunch of white concrete. So let's store all of this in our shulker box, and let's even craft some more. And also there's 2 more blocks that we need, but we don't need a lot of them. And while one of those blocks is, oh, wait a second, wait, the happy gas fully grown. Okay, we will definitely be using this thing to help us build the lighthouse. But as I was saying, one of the other blocks we need is red concrete. And well, if we bone meal for long enough, we should start to get roses. Oh wait, these are poppies. Anyway though, the poppies can be turned into red dye, which is what we need for red concrete. So let's just keep bone mealing to get as many poppies as we can. All right, we're pretty much almost all out of bone meal, and in total we have ourselves 45 poppies. So let's turn all of this into red dye, and let's now turn that into red concrete powder. Now we need one last final block for this lighthouse, and well, that block is blackstone. So let's go through and mine up a bunch of this. I've now organized all of the materials for this lighthouse, and I think we are good to start building. But obviously, before we start building, let's get a harness for our happy ghast. Now, to make a harness for the ghast, we need wool. So let's go ahead and get this grey wool from this sheep. And wait, can we dye grey wool a different color? Let's see. Oh, we can. Okay, so there we go. We have blue wool. So if we do something like this, there we go. We get a blue harness. All right, let's grab this and let's go and put it on the happy ghast. All right, here we go. And boom. All right, there we go. Oh my goodness, take a look at that. We are now not completely alone on this island. We have our friend, the happy ghast. Give me a name for this guy down below in the comments. Anyway, though, let's grab some of our building materials and let's get to work building this lighthouse. Now, this lighthouse is going to be quite tall, so building it at the back of our island is just going to make it look really, really good. And I'm also going to build the entire lighthouse out of the concrete powder. And as we go, I can put a water bucket on top of it to turn it to normal concrete. So let's just go through and get this build constructed. All right, let's finish up the lighthouse just like this. And let's go over here so we can see what this thing is looking like. And oh my goodness, this thing looks amazing. So now let's head to the top of the lighthouse and let's go ahead and put our dragon egg inside of this thing. So I'm thinking we put some obsidian in the middle with the dragon egg on top, and then we'll close this back up. And I think it would be a cool idea to put the dragon head here. All right, there we go. The lighthouse for our dragon egg is now complete. So now with this done, let's move on to the next thing that we need to do. And well, the next thing that we need to do is take out a wither to get ourselves a beacon on our island. But because I want to be extra safe while fighting the wither, I think it would be a pretty good idea to upgrade all of our armor to netherite, and then we can also upgrade some of our tools as well. Now, a really easy way to get netherite is obviously exploding TNT in the nether, and well, luckily for us, we should have some spare gunpowder in our XP farm, so let's go ahead and turn all of it into TNT. Okay, we can literally only make 25 pieces, but I guess that's better than nothing. So I guess let's just head into the nether, and let's start mining down to ancient debris level. All right, around about here should be good, and oh my goodness, we've already found some ancient debris, and it's a 3 vein. What the? We will take that. All right, that is a great start, and we haven't even had to use any of our TNT yet. Now, I'm going to try and save our TNT as much as possible, seeing as we only have literally 25 pieces. So instead of just spamming a bunch of TNT, what I'm going to do is just go out to a random place, like maybe here, and then we can just maybe put like 3 pieces, and we'll light this all up, and let's see if we get any ancient debris from this. So, come on. And we got nothing. But I feel like if we keep on doing this and using our TNT a little bit at a time, eventually we should get enough ancient debris. Okay, we found even more here. Now, it looks like we're finding more from just strip mining instead of using our TNT. But you know what? I kind of feel like here is a perfect place to try using more TNT. Let's give it a go. All right, let's try 5 pieces. Come on. Please give us at least 1 vein of ancient debris. And oh no, there is a lot of lava. Oh, but it did work. There is some ancient debris over here. All right, it's looking like a 2 vein, which is pretty good. And now, do we get any more? Okay, no, that was everything. Anyway, though, at this point, let's just keep on repeating that process of using a few TNT every now and then, but mostly strip mining. So let's get to work trying to find as much ancient debris as we can. Now, because we need around about 24 pieces of ancient debris in total to be able to upgrade everything that we need, we have a lot of strip mining to do. All right, we are now at 22 pieces of ancient debris, which means we only need 2 more pieces to be able to upgrade all of our diamond armor to netherite, and also our diamond pickaxe and diamond sword. So I guess let's just keep mining for these final 2 pieces of ancient debris. I feel like our best chance to find these final 2 pieces is just mining around like this. Come on, please give us before our pickaxe breaks. Wait, have we not found any yet? Oh, finally! We found more ancient debris, and it looks like a 2 vein. All right, let's just try and block all of this off real quick, and then we can mine it. Okay, so this is the first piece, and now let's just grab this. Come on. All right, perfect. There we go. We now have 24 pieces of ancient debris. Now, before we can head back to our island, there is one more thing that we need from the nether. And, well, that is, of course, a netherite upgrade template so that we can actually upgrade all of our stuff. Now, these are found in piglin bastions. So let's hope we get lucky finding one, and then when we do find one, let's hope we also get lucky even finding this template. All right, here we go. I found a piglin bastion. Let's now look for some chests in this thing. Okay, I'm going to put my chest plate on because I know that there are piglin brutes in here, and they will literally one-hit us. So let's be extra careful. Oh my goodness, there are so many piglins. Oh my goodness, stay back. Oh my... No. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna die. Okay. Oh my goodness. How are we not dead? All right. I feel like the chests are usually at the top of bastions. So let's look up here. All right. Maybe down here. Where are these chests at? Ah, here they are. Okay, come on, please. A netherite upgrade template. Oh, wait, let's get rid of this brute real quick. Oh my goodness, that does so much damage. And let's try that again. Give us a netherite upgrade template right now. And, okay, a lot of golden carrots, but no upgrade template. Oh, wait a second. There's another chest down there. This could be the one. And yes! Okay, finally we got it. Okay, I feel like we need to get out of this place now because look at the amount of piglins spawning. Oh my goodness, put my elytra on. Okay, let's go, go, go. All right, so now, of course, we have all of our ancient debris and we have this upgrade template. Let's head back to our island. All right, and now that we are back, let's go ahead and smelt up all of our ancient debris. And now, while we wait for that to smelt, we just need a few more diamonds so that we're able to duplicate our netherite upgrade template. Because, you see, to be able to craft more of these things, we need quite a lot of diamonds. And, well, we are going to need 8 upgrade templates. So, I guess let's just head back down into the caves to mine up a bunch more diamonds. Okay, thanks to our Fortune 2 pickaxe, we now have a stack and 4 diamonds. So let's start by grabbing our netherite scrap out the furnace, and then let's go ahead and turn our blocks of gold into gold, and then let's combine all of this together to get ourselves 6 ingots. And then finally, let's keep on duplicating our upgrade templates. All right, 6 is enough. So let's take off all of our armor and upgrade everything. Oh, really quickly before we upgrade our pickaxe though, let's maybe repair it. Okay, now we can upgrade it and also our sword as well. All right, take a look at that. We now have full netherite armor and a netherite pickaxe and sword. So yeah, I would definitely say we are now strong enough to take out a wither. So let's head back to the nether to go to a fortress to get some wither skeleton skulls. Wait a second though, we should probably put looting 3 on our sword before we do that, because getting wither skeleton skulls from wither skeletons is pretty rare. So I feel like having looting 3 on our sword would make this process a lot faster. All right, let's see if we can get it. Okay, no luck there. Let's keep on going. Oh wait, we're about to get it. Okay, looting 3. Do we have anything else on it? Okay, I mean, we'll take that. Smite 4 and looting 3. Okay, now let's head into the nether. And now, of course, let's head over to the fortress and let's take out as many wither skeleton skulls as we can, because we're going to need 3 wither skulls in total to be able to summon the wither. And would you look at that, there is a wither skeleton right there. All right, buddy, give us a wither skeleton skull first attempt. And okay, no. Yeah, this may take us longer than I thought. So I guess let's just get to work going around this fortress, taking out as many wither skeletons as we can. Okay, finally, we are at 2 wither skeleton skulls, which means we just need 1 more. Yes, finally! We got the 3rd wither skeleton skull. Let's go. We can now summon the wither. So let's do it. But first we need some soul sand so we can actually summon the wither. Okay, now we have this. Let's head home. Now the best place to fight the wither is of course underground. So let's mine all the way down here. And now that we are down here at deep slate level, let's go ahead and mine out a small area to spawn the wither in. And let's even mine a giant tunnel going all the way in this direction, so that when we summon the wither, we have somewhere to run and attack it from. All right, I feel like this should be enough space to fight the wither. So let's go ahead and spawn it in just like this. All right, here we go. All right, let's back up a little bit because it's about to explode. And as soon as it explodes, we are just going to go straight in with our sword. Actually, you know what? We'll use our bow instead. All right, here we go. All right, let's just keep attacking it with our bow to make it follow us down here. All right, this is working perfectly. Oh, wait, no, gravel. Move out the way. We can just kind of hit it from here, I think. All right, this is kind of risky because we're really close to this thing. But wait, we can even hit it with our sword, I think. All right, let's go. Oh no, we are low, we are low. No. All right, eat some golden carrots, come on. We have the wither effect for 30 seconds. Wait, we're gonna die. Come on, keep eating, come on. Regen the hearts. Okay, while we're regenning, let's try and hit it with our bow. Are we actually gonna die here? All right, we only have 10 seconds of wither 2 left. Come on. Yes, okay, we're safe. Can we maybe hit it from this angle? We can't even hit it. All right, maybe if we just keep doing this, just maybe strafe back and forward. All right, here we go. We're gonna do it. Come on, please. Yes. Okay, let's go. Give us that nether star. There we go. Why was that so hard? I literally thought we were about to die. So let's head back to the surface and let's grab ourselves some glass. And now because we already have some obsidian as well, we can go ahead and craft ourselves a beacon. Let's go. Now we also need some blocks to power this beacon. So let's make some diamond blocks. We can make 3 of these. We'll make ourselves a gold block and then some iron blocks. And now do we have any spare ingots? Okay, we have some more iron and gold. All right, now let's see if we can get to 9 total blocks because that is what we need to make the smallest beacon. All right, we now have 11 blocks in total, which means we can actually power this beacon now. But I don't just want to place this beacon anywhere on our island. I want to make an actual build for our beacon to go. And well, that build is a giant volcano over that section of our island. And then once we build the volcano, we can place the beacon inside. And well, luckily for us, the only block that we need for this volcano is just blackstone. So that should be pretty easy to get. All right, there is a bunch of blackstone over here that we can get. And I've also just realized there is one more thing other than blackstone that we need. And well, that is of course lava. So we'll grab some buckets like this. And now that we have these, let's just get to gathering all of the blackstone that we need for this volcano. Now, this volcano is going to be absolutely huge. So let's just collect a ton of blackstone. All right, we are done collecting all of the blackstone. So let's go ahead and grab it. And let's get to work constructing this volcano so we have somewhere to store our beacon. All right, we got the volcano done in time for day 100. So let's go ahead and see what it looks like. Okay, you know what? It's actually not that bad. But of course, we now have to head inside of it because it is time to place down our beacon. So let's put the diamond blocks with the gold blocks and finally the iron blocks. And boom. The beacon is now in the volcano. So let's go ahead and give this beacon speed just like that. And there we have it. We finally have ourselves a beacon on our island, which means not only did I get all of the goals that I wanted to achieve in this 100 days done, but we also actually hit day 100. And not to mention, we transformed this island from a small pile of dirt and one tree into this entire island. I mean, just look at this place. So yeah, we did it. We successfully survived 100 days stranded on a deserted island.